without wasting any more of your time, is yours truly, the Morning Gardener. Hello, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is yours truly, the Morning Gardener. And what I'm going to do right now, I'm doing an update. Sitting in front of you right now looks like a small white bag. That's what it looks like, and that's exactly what it is. But inside that bag are some cuttings that I started some time ago. So I said, on camera, we are going to see whether or not it's worth your time starting your own cuttings. And that simply means that should you run out to Walmart or Lowe's or Home Depot and buy brand new plants. I bought one plant, which was a raspberry. I bought it 2 years ago. Ate off of it last year. Beautiful tasting berry. Couldn't tell you what variety it is, but I'm just saying it was a beautiful tasting berry. I loved it, and I wanted to propagate it and get more from it. All right, so we're gonna open this bag here. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna open this bag and see what's going on in here. Did they work or did they not work? Did they just rot or did they grow? A few more seconds, we'll know what actually took place. All right, here we go. Oh, that looks good. Oh man, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Now some people that don't mean nothing to them, and I don't care nothing about that. Look at that. Look at the green. Look at the green. Oh my God, look at that. All of them took. Wait a minute. Did this one take? Okay, that one took. Green on it. Look at the green. Look at the green. Look at the green. Look at the green. Here down at the bottom. Here at the bottom, that's green, that's green, that's green, that's green. This one's green, that's green. Now, that proves to you, let me see, can I zoom this in a bit to give those with the bad eyesight a chance to see what's going on. Look at all that green. You know what that means? That means these plants took. That means these plants work. That means that I don't have to go out and buy more plants. See, what I'm gonna do, I got another plant coming in the mail. It's called a fall gold raspberry. So I'm gonna have a raspberry that produces a larger berry, but it's still a good berry. Look at this, all this green. And this right here, I told you all about before. This is nothing but water and very small amount of Miracle Grow. And I'm gonna spritz these real quick. Don't wet them up, just enough. And that right there is gonna start those green growth to getting bigger. All right, I'm coming back to you. But look at that, that's raspberry plant. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 raspberry plants. Guess what? One raspberry plant, and they're a little bit more developed than this, but don't worry about that. This will grow. Any one of these will grow and get big and pretty and produce berries. But here's my point. Raspberries that are free, that you get 12 of them, and you bought the plant 2 years ago for $2.75 because it was one of their throwaways at the end of the year. Let me tell you something. One plant right now costs you about $10 at the store, on average. About $10. You might get it for $6 online, but you're gonna pay for shipping. That brings the price right back up. I got them here, 12 plants. Still, free plants are absolutely great. Ladies and gentlemen, these are only for the smart people to talk to, because there still are some stupid people out there that still don't get it. I don't mean it don't mean to offend anyone. If you're not stupid, you don't have to worry about this statement I'm making. But you need to start growing some of your own food, because you're getting poor quality at the grocery stores. You're paying astronomical prices for it at the grocery store, and you are not getting the point. I'm doing this. Look, I got every single plant you can possibly think of growing in my yard. Every single plant, from blackberries, raspberries, blueberries. I got even have kiwi growing in my yard. So come on, wake up, smell the coffee. You got to get it. Look, I'm gonna have fresh vegetables. You need fresh vegetables in your diet, and you need fruit like that, and you need apples and pears and plums and peaches. You need that stuff, and I'm growing all of this, and I paid barely anything for it all. I got 2 different kind of grape varieties growing in my yard. Over 9 different plants that'll take. My God, people, listen. I respect you. Think about what I'm saying. If you need any help, I'm here for you. I'll make absolutely certain that you can do exactly what I'm doing. And don't forget, I'm also growing strawberries right now. I got from seeds, and I'm gonna show that to you in just a second. I gotta change this battery on this camera. It's always going dead at the worst time. All right, I'm back. Just changed this battery out on this crazy camera. Now what you see right now in front of you is a whole bunch of items, and I'm gonna show them to you one at a time that I grew right here. Man, when you buy them from the store in them little packs at Walmart, and look at this, they was all strained out, and a lot of them still are. But you get them up and coming. Now here's what you do, as I said to you before, and I mean, if you do a Miracle Grow mix like I do here, I want you to put so little in that container that it just barely changes the color of that water. That's all you want. Do not scoop it in there and say, I'm gonna make some really good stuff. Don't do that. You'll burn your plants up and you'll be dead, and you'll be an idiot, and because you're not listening to what I'm saying. But this right here is the best for getting them up quick. Now remember, this is a quick grow. Don't mean nothing. You just hit it one time. Don't wet them down, just hit them. It's what they call foliage feeding. Now foliage feeding gets a larger percentage of the nutrients to the plant, and that simply means that you grow better. Your stuff grows. So remember, when you grow like I do here, foliage feeding in the early stages is important. Now, okay, I'm going to move this out of the way here, and we're going to bring in another one of my children, so to speak. All right, now this right here is some of the world's biggest garlic. People call it, better name for them is elephant garlic. Elephant garlic grows a clove that's about the size of a large size orange. Yes, that big. And what I did is I went to Walmart and I purchased a couple of the items. Look at this right here. Anyone recognize that? Of course you can't recognize that. That is a piece of kiwi that the cats outside tore off of my plant. So what I did, I brought it in the house. I said, stick it in the ground, don't waste nothing. Now I'm not gonna try to grow, I don't think I'm gonna try to grow this kiwi. Then again, I might. And what I mean by is keep it, because kiwi gets really big. It's a vine, it gets really large. I mean, really large. I would suggest that anybody try to grow kiwi, try to grow the Isaiah. The Isaiah needs no male or female. It is it doesn't need it. Doesn't need it at all. Now this right here is beautiful. You should saw them. They were just little balls when I brought them in here. That's what they were. Now let's take them slide down a little bit. And even with this plant here, I still use my little. I just hit it like that. Bam. That's it. Do not wet it down. Do not try to overspray it. Or what you're gonna do? You wake up in the morning. Your plant's gonna be dead, and you're gonna be saying the morning gardener showed me how to do this and kill my plants. The morning gardener didn't tell you to do that. He told you just to moisten the leaf. Don't wet it. If it's dripping off the leaf or anything like that, you did it wrong. That's what you did. Now, what's wrong with these strawberries here? They're getting lanky. That's what they're doing. They're getting kind of lanky, is what I call it. And I want to take this out of here for right now. I got a leaf there. It looks like it's in trouble, but these look pretty good. Don't think I'm going to spray these right now. I'll tell you why. I only try to spray them like once a week. Just once a week is what I try to do. That's it. Don't try to overdo it and say, I can get them up and growing quicker. Don't do that. Make sure they get sunlight in their window or something of that nature. Keep them in kind of a warm area. At least you get them 65, 70 degrees. You don't want them freezing right now. They're still very young. Even though they're pretty cold-hardy is the word they use for, means that they can stand a little bit of cold, but not too much. Now I could put these in the ground outside and I might lose them, so I'm not gonna take that chance. They can stay in the house until the weather starts really warming up. When I start getting some warmer days, they're going out into the yard. There was another gentleman, what he did is he sent me a little message. He said, how can I start my sweet potato? Look at that right there. And people say, well, how you gonna grow a bunch of sweet potatoes off of that one potato? Let me tell you something, folks. It's an amazing thing about all kind of plants. They have what they call the will to survive, and they've been put together by nature to do just that, is to survive. Now, yeah, of course, you can kill them if you're a crazy person. I mean, if you overdo it. But this potato right here, once you start sending out shoots, and I'm gonna take them, and I'm gonna lay this. I'm gonna take this out of this. I'm gonna lay it down in a pan, and I'm going to. It takes about 12 weeks to get this thing up and going and get some good growth from it. but I'm going to be successful at it because I read a lot and I pay attention to what other people are doing that help their gardens grow. I'm not hard-headed, but some stuff people be saying on YouTube, and I'll be honest with you, some of it's just weird. I mean, because you got to really listen at what they're saying and then go. Because one gentleman said, no, if you cover the ground with wood chips, it's no nutrients in it. I remember that. I said, wait a minute, hold up. The whole forest floor is covered with twigs and leaves and bark and everything. He tried to say bark is acidic and it will kill your plants or make your soil acidic. Let me tell you something. If you out there listen, the ground is covered with bark in the forest. It's covered with leaves, it's covered with twigs, it's covered with fallen trees, and all of those nutrients from those dying plants go right back into the soil and plants are born from it. Okay, next, we'll move on from that because he didn't know what he was talking about. So anyway, you take a plant like this is a sweet potato. It's gonna send out shoots. I'm gonna get them about 8 and 10 inches long. I'm gonna break them off, stick them in water. Once I get them rooted, I'm gonna put them in the ground out there. And I'm having sweet potatoes all over the place, but I'm growing my shoots now because I want to put them in the ground as soon as they get warm enough in the spring to put them out there. I'm going to put them out there, grow a whole bunch of sweet potatoes, and I'm going to make me some sweet potato pie, and I'm going to put it on camera, and I'm going to let all y'all see how good the sweet potato pie is, and I'm going to describe how it tastes. All right, moving on. These are the ones I just got from the store. I just put these in there. Look how they look. All right, they look shabby, they look small, but I mean, that's what you get when you go to the big box stores. A lot of them are, they stick them in a bag, and they bag them up, and they bring them to the store, they sell them. Now, the next time I show you, these are going to be big, pretty plants. That's what they're going to be. Because that's how the rest of them looked when I first got them. That's how they look. That's how these look when I first brought them here. And then I just brought them up like I normally do. You got to pay attention to what a plant needs. I mean, it needs light, water, food, care, soil. And now this soil here, let me tell you something about the soil. I'm going to tell you about the soil because I don't buy Miracle-Gro soil no more. I don't do it. Because back when I was buying it, my stuff was dying. It wasn't doing right. I said, something wrong here. It just says 3 months feeding in the soil, but it's not. You put your plant in there, it'll starve to death because every company out there is cutting back on everything. They're cutting back on everything. So what I did, I made my own compost. I added compost, about 10 pounds of compost. I added 10 pounds of, it's hard to measure the weight of that, but about half and half of peat moss, and I added in that thing. I added some Epsom salt. Remember the Epsom salt, folks. That's important when it comes to plants. If you want their stocks to be strong, you got to add that in there. But you add that in there. You add a little bit of let me see. What did I all add in there? I added that. I added. I can't tell y'all all my stuff. Yes, I can. I'm gonna tell you. What the heck. All right, here it is, folks. Write it down if you got a pen in front of you. Epsom salt, peat moss, and I added compost and blood meal, bone meal. And remember, with the blood meal and the bone meal, do not add a lot. If you add an ounce of it in there, that's good amount. Don't add too much of that in there. Do not add a lot of that in there. You'll burn your plants up and make them crazy. So you add that in there, and what's the other thing? Make certain that you add. Okay, I added that in there. Got that. These items I'm asking you, they are minerals that are needed. I wish I had my little list. I had written down all the stuff that I added in there. Oh, and I added wood ash in there. Tiny bit of wood ash. Okay, tiny bit of wood ash. And a lot of people don't add that to their soil, but I add it to my soil because I want my stuff. Look how green my items are here, okay? They're pretty green, everything. They busting out, and they're not in a real warm area. I got them in an area of the house that just kind of not so warm, and they get sunlight. I put them next to the window, and they do well. But keep that in mind. Oh, tiny bit of that sand. People say, well, why do you need sand? And you've already added the perlite. Add the perlite in, and trust me, people don't make this difficult. Just add enough of the stuff in there and be done with it. All right, ladies, this is the Morning Gardener. And if you have any questions or concerns, and please do me a favor, try to grow something because it's a learning experience, and plus you eat better, and you eat like kings, you eat like rich politicians, you eat like rich lawyers, and at a fraction of the cost. Less than a fraction of the cost. All right,
this is The Morning Gardener. If you like the programs that I'm presenting to you, please subscribe or leave comments. Thank you.